All right, I'm throwing this to you guys because this is super important to consider. I got a tweet today from Crypto King Unbanked, and he says, Brian, check out this QAnon sense by X22 Report. X22 Report says another boom. And what they usually mean by this, and this is the Q crowd, and I want to ask you guys who are part of Q and people who promote Trump, it seems to me that there's always this posture of looking away from or ignoring Trump's indiscretions in regard to the Constitution. And the excuse that's usually given is you don't understand. He's playing 4D, 5D chess. He's 10 steps ahead of the deep state, and he's gonna throw all these people under the bus and expose all these criminals in Washington's District of Criminals. But I want you to consider this, because what he means by another boom is he put this link, X22 Report did, of this Kyle Cheney guy who says signing statement also says Trump will ignore requirements that congressional committees be consulted before reallocating funds. Now, we know that government is supposed to be set up as a checks and balances system. There's the judicial, executive, and legislative branches, and they're supposed to watchdog each other and make sure justice is done. Well, we know that never happens, and that's probably never happened. And we definitely know it doesn't happen these days because all of them are corrupt. The judicial branch is corrupt. They don't give a damn about the Second Amendment. They don't give a damn about the First Amendment or the Fourth Amendment. They create these laws against the Constitution they swore to uphold. We know the executive branch is completely out to lunch. We know the legislative branch is in the back pocket of the international banking cartel. So we know that's all bunk. But the way it's supposed to be set up is that there's checks and balances. No one part of government is supposed to supersede other parts of government without the other part's permission. And we also know it's bunk because they just got done in a nonpartisan manner screwing the United States by signing this stimulus bill. So aside from all that, just listen to what he says. He's saying signing statements also says Trump will ignore requirements that congressional committees be consulted before reallocating funds. In other words, the executive branch is going to do whatever he wants to do. That is, the president's going to do whatever he wants to do. To hell with the legislative branch. He's going to ignore requirements that congressional committees be consulted before reallocating funds. So it says certain other provisions purport to condition the authority of officers to spend or reallocate funds upon consultation with or approval of one or more congressional committees. These provisions are impermissible forms of congressional aggrandizement with respect to the execution of laws. The Congress may affect the execution of the laws only by enacting a new statute in accordance with the requirements of bicameralism and presentment prescribed in Article 1, Section 7. And then he says this, my administration, this is Trump, my administration will make appropriate efforts to notify the relevant committees before taking the specified actions and will accord the recommendations of such committees all the appropriate and serious consideration. But it will not treat spending decisions as dependent on prior consultation with or the approval of congressional committees. In other words, we're going to do what we want to do. He's making the executive decision to break off from those other branches of government and do what he's going to do anyway. And that's the boom the X22 report is talking about. But this is a boom of despotism. This is a boom of a president acting as a king, as a sovereign, acting as a dictator. And this is the kind of boom that Q and X22 report and others like them applaud. Now, I want to leave you with this last piece of information and knowledge just gathered from all of us, because none of us is greater than all of us. Under the last video that I just did, where Trump signs this not $2.2 trillion, but $6.2 trillion stimulus package, CBA says Trump is the worst thing that ever happened to this country because he's got patriots cheering him on. And that's true, guys. Patriots are cheering socialism because it's Trump enacting the socialism. You talk about a master chess move. When the bankers set Trump up as president, and it's not an election process, it's a selection process, they knew exactly what they're doing because they diffused all the patriots by getting the patriots to follow Trump no matter what. The liberals will be diffused by socialism because they'll applaud this. They'll go, yeah, give me the money. Give me the socialist stimulus check. That's what I want. Patriots would not have applauded this under Hillary. You always hear, think about how bad things would be under Hillary. Listen to this right here. Melissa Daly objects to CBA. CBA, as if this is all Trump's fault. You know what? Trump is partially to blame. He's holding hands with the bankers. He's executing the signing of a 2.2, actually $6.2 trillion heist in the name of the bankers. He signed away the life, the time, and laboring energies of millions upon millions of unborn generations with the stroke of the pen, as if it's all Trump's fault. Us patriots have known for decades this country has been bankrupt. We knew damn sure if Hillary successfully stole the election, we would even be sitting here having this discussion. And listen to how John Q. Public responds. I voted for Trump myself for the same reason, but no, Trump is worse than Hillary. At least with Hillary, we would fight, but because it's Trump, you accept socialism without question, and worse, defend it. And that's exactly what X22 report's doing. That's exactly what SGT report's doing. I don't mind naming names, guys. This is a very, very serious situation. QAnon is telling you to trust the plan in spite of the plan being socialism carried out in your faces, and they don't object because it's Trump who's doing it. If it was Hillary doing it, they'd be grabbing the pitchforks, the torches, and everything that they could get and go to Washington's District of Criminals and rouse the Fed and all the politicians who are responsible for this heist out into the streets. But because it's Trump doing it, they're diffused by the bankers, and they sit there saying, Trump's just playing 4D chess, 5D chess. You don't understand. He has a plan. Just trust the plan. How far are you guys going to go trusting the plan? How far into socialism, and no, not just socialism, communism. Because socialism is just the first step to communism. We're well on our way. We're there. Are you going to wait until they start building the gallows? Until they march you up the steps? Till they put the rope on your neck? Till they're about to pull that lever and you're still going to say, trust the plan? I don't understand. Somebody explain that to me. I really want to hear your thoughts about this. So leave your thoughts for the world and the Google Thought Police and QAnon and X22 report and SGT report in the comments section below. What's the rationale? Where's the logic? I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.